Hi, this is Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine. I'm here at NECA's booth at ToyFair 2020 at the JKW Convention Center in New York City. Jimmy here is going to talk about the stuff that he works for WIZKIDS. He's going to be talking about the products they have coming out for this year for HeroClix and what, RPG?
And like RPG fantasy miniatures. Yep.
Okay, so with that, since Jimmy knows all about stuff, let's have Jimmy talk about it.
Okay, so we're going to talk about first the biggest fantasy RPG release of the year for us. That we're looking at these Warlock tiles. So Warlock is our tile system, and it's got this little clip. Let's pull it out of here; it's going to be easier. So it's got this little clip, and you're going to use this to put together your dungeon setting. So this all is locked together. I'm going to put this together. They're fully painted, they're double-sided, they snap together in a lot of different orientations. We focused a lot on the playability for when people are doing their RPG games. So the doors open, the corner pieces kind of snap in, so you don't have the silly looking space where there's like a gap at some point. There's also these really thin interior walls that we have. So the interior walls are able to slide in between your different dungeon tiles that you've locked together.
Okay.
What's nice is if I just want to rearrange the room where everybody's adventuring, I'm able to really quickly pull it out, slide it into someplace different. Also, you'll notice that the walls are thinner on the bottom. What's nice about that is when I've got my interior wall here, and I've got a character in that space, they're not crowded over into the next space. So you can actually have two different characters side by side. A lot of tile systems, you end up with like this wasted space, and here the wall is virtually, almost not even there. So the starter set for Warlock tiles is going to have an enormous number of pieces in it. It's going to be $100 to get started with that. So one of the things you're also going to see on the shelf here is the Falling Star from Dungeons & Dragons. So this is actually an unpainted version of the boat, so it's going to be available as unpainted or painted. It's already in the marketplace. So if you want to have a high seas Dungeons & Dragons adventure, this is really the project for you and your friends to have above decks, below decks. There's magnetic masts. You can topple them over and show the battle damage. Just a lot of, again, playability functionality. A big preview at ToyFair, first time we're showing it off to anybody, is the Dungeons & Dragons Tower. And so this is, you can see even compared to a relatively large fantasy miniature, this tower is enormous. There's going to be cardboard floor inserts on the inside, so you're going to be able to fight and have combat and dig through the treasure chests and whatnot at every different level. There's going to be different stairs that you're going to be able to put on the inside. There's these great menacing statues of wizards that are going to be on the top.
Oh, those come off. That's cool.
They come off, and some of them are doubles. So again, you're going to be able to pull out the windows, pull out the door, things get damaged. Stuff happens in these games, and we want to make sure that the miniatures are reflecting that.
How much will that cost?
We don't have a price yet on this. This is an incredibly early prototype for us, so we don't even know what our cost is going to be to know what the consumer would be paying.
And right now, you're not sure about when it's going to be.
It's going to be this year, but we don't know exactly when yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to move away from the fantasy minis and go on to what's coming up with HeroClix. So in terms of what people have seen recently for HeroClix, they've recently seen Captain America and the Avengers, and so it's going to feature a lot of different versions of Captain America. When the time that Falcon became Captain America, it's also going to feature Avengers allies like Captain Marvel. There's going to be, if you'd like to know what you're going to get right away, there's a Fast Forces, so you can get a few different versions of Captain America. You can fight against Citizen V and have some support from the other Avengers. And then also coming soon is going to be the Fantastic Four Cosmic Clash starter set. What's great about this starter set, it's a bit of an upgrade compared to older ones. The level of detail on the sculpts is higher in terms of, Doom's got this great cape and you can see it blowing. He's got this great energy effect from shooting this magic blast. The thing has a lot of tension in his sculpt as far as how he's moving. But also there are going to be campaign cards on the inside, so that you and your friend, maybe you don't want to just play a regular game of HeroClix where it's all about knock him out, clobber this, beat up that, but you're going to have a little bit different in terms of objectives. And so, other than just KOing the other guy, you're going to have something different you can try to do. And it's going to impact the next game that you end up playing as you go along. So it gives a bit more, it's an experience closer to a board game than the normal HeroClix combat system would be. The next set we're going to take a look at here is Justice League Unlimited. Batman, the animated series, was a huge hit for HeroClix, and if you were a HeroClix store that did well with that, you're going to want to make sure you get Justice League Unlimited. One of the big features is there's going to be these team-up cards that when you play different combinations of Justice League members or villains together, they're going to get to do special stuff that they wouldn't otherwise. And those cards are going to be pretty rare. And so one of the nice things is, if you want to play that team, awesome, you've got it. If you maybe are interested in playing a different team, you're going to be able to trade just the card and keep all your figures, and you're going to be able to try and get something that's going to upgrade your strategy. The sculpts are awesome because they've got that stylized feel of the animated series that made it so popular and so nostalgic for people. The bench of characters is really deep and focuses a lot on the beloved episodes. For example, like the Seven Soldiers of Victory, Double Date, the Booster Gold episode that I'm trying to blank on the name of right now. But there's a lot of fun times that people remember. And just like the Fantastic Four starter, the Justice League starter is also going to have the campaign play. So you can be able to do different missions with Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and so on. Something that people have seen already also with HeroClix, but is nice to know in case you missed it, WWE HeroClix. So all the best WWE superstars from the classics like Andre the Giant, Attitude Era people like Triple H and Eddie Guerrero, and modern people like Finn and AJ Styles and Charlotte Flair. So no matter what generation of wrestling and WWE you're interested in, this is a neat product that you get to see, what happens when The Undertaker takes on Batman and things like that. So it's really a fun new HeroClix experience. They've got some special powers that are totally reserved for WWE HeroClix play and don't exist in the other versions of HeroClix, which is neat. Yeah, so that's... Oh, well, then there's also Black Widow movie HeroClix coming out. How can I forget? Low shelf problems. So, Black Widow movie HeroClix, one of the neat SKUs, other than just being the boosters, there's also going to be Natasha riding the motorcycle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it has a real nice desk presence if you collect the figures to have them hang out at work. A lot of the characters in the set are going to have special gameplay that's going to involve like spycraft and just playing within the set really, really well in terms of Natasha's opponents are going to play a certain way, and then the main characters in the movie are going to play well as a team in a way unique to this set. So yeah, I feel like I was a fire hose of information for you there. I hope that covers it. Do you have any questions for me?
This will be out in time for the movie?
It's going to be out approximately a month before the movie's release date, yeah.
Alright. And the price will be what, not 14?
So it's going to be $4.99 for one of the boosters, and then it's going to be $14.99 for the motorcycle.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jimmy.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.
From WIZKIDS here at ToyFair at NECA's booth.
Yeah.
And I'm Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine at ToyFair 2020 at WIZKIDS Convention Center in New York. With that, take it easy, everybody. We'll catch you all later.